irony of me filming this right now is that I've already filmed this video once and I didn't like the way that I looked. Here I am, redoing it. Meanwhile, this is a video about self-doubt. Are you constantly doubting yourself? Holding yourself back from reaching your goals? Do you tell yourself that you'll fail before you even try? Well, so do I. That's called self-doubt. Right before we get into talking about self-doubt, please be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be notified for future videos that I will be posting, as well as hit the like button if this video helped you out at all. So self-doubt is basically just a little voice in your head that keeps you from making changes and keeps you in your comfort zone. I have doubted myself for the entirety of my adulthood. I've always shut down my own ideas by saying,
"It won't work. I'll fail."
Or people just don't care.
Even for small or simple things like completing the KonMari method. Well, that doesn't sound small, but in comparison to the big things that I'm about to mention, it is smaller. Or other things such as cooking new things or growing a garden. But the big things are what I really notice and what bothers me the most. Thinking to myself, one day I'd like to build myself a camper van. Or I want to go to Australia. Or even just saving up to go to Australia. Even throughout the entire time that I lived in Toronto, I constantly doubted myself, thinking that I wasn't going to be able to pay rent. I just wasn't going to be able to survive. I still proved myself wrong, but I doubted myself the entire time. Even with YouTube, I've been on and off for 6 years. I've always had these great ideas for videos, and I've told myself, it's not going to work. You'll fail. No one's going to care. And I've always let my self-doubt and my insecurities get in the way of what I really want to do. Now, self-doubt can be a good thing. It means you're human. It makes you question things, but for the most part, it just holds you back. For me personally, my self-doubt holds me back, and I make any excuse to not have to do something. AKA, I'm my own worst enemy. I even wrote down on my little script outline here that, ironically, even while writing out my script, I was doubting myself because I wouldn't be able to make the video perfect. Meanwhile, this is the second time I'm filming this video. I'm so worried that this video is going to come out less than perfect, but I just don't want to make it in the first place. But here I am, pushing myself, making this video for the second time because I didn't like the first one. That's progress in a way, I guess. So for the foreseeable future, I have come up with 5 steps or rules to help me overcome some of my self-doubt. Rule number 1 is stop worrying about what other people think of me. So this one is kind of going to be trial and error because I'm not totally sure how to go about it, but I'm going to start by just telling myself to stop in my head. If I happen to catch myself, it makes me more aware of the fact that I am worrying about what someone thinks about me. The next part to this rule would be to write down why I'm so worried about their opinion. It can be written down, it can be typed in my phone really quickly if that's the only thing I have access to. Rule number 2, quit wasting time on minuscule problems. As an example of a minuscule problem, I would say what kind of donut to get, or what outfit to wear, or what show to watch on Netflix. Basically, I just have to make the decision, even if it's the wrong one. Rule number 3 will be write gratitudes daily. I can do it whenever I want in the day. It has to be 3 gratitudes, and they can be basic, but I can't repeat. Rule number 4, I have to meditate for 7 days. Once that 7 days is over, I will restart, but just 7 days seems like a more achievable goal than 14 or 30, in my opinion anyways. I'll be keeping a record of how it makes me feel, and that record will be through a video that I'll be posting in the next coming weeks, so be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified for when that's posted. I have a 1-minute minimum for meditation. The reason I chose 1 minute was because if I don't feel like meditating, I can't justify not doing 1 minute. And chances are is 1 minute will turn into 5 or 7 or maybe just 3, but at least it's better than nothing, and it gets me in that habit. Rule number 5 is to stop comparing myself to others. With how many social media apps we have access to now, it's kind of difficult to do this. So if I happen to catch myself doing it, which I'll be hypersensitive about now that, you know, I'm trying to hold myself accountable with making YouTube videos on it. If I do happen to catch myself, I have to tell myself in my head 3 things that I'm grateful for about myself, whether it's physically or my personality. Or if it's handy, I can write those 3 things in my gratitude journal. The most important part about that step is just to be kind to myself. I need to remind myself that I'm in a different place than they are for a reason. I'm where I am, they're where they are. We're both on different paths, and that's just the way things go. Some people could be looking at me going, wow, I wish I was where she was. I doubt that, but it's true. Like, everyone's always comparing themselves to someone else who's kind of like their goal almost. I think with how prominent social media is nowadays and how unlimited it is, it's hard to not compare yourself to another human who is successful at a younger age than you are. Yeah, so the most important part of that step is just for me to be kind to myself. I think I need to have a little bit more patience with myself along with that. And since this is just an experiment, I really don't know if these steps will help me overcome at least some of my self-doubt. At least I'm trying. At least we're trying, right? If you're watching this video, I really hope that you are working on overcoming your own self-doubt. I hope that you've set up maybe 3 or 5 rules to help rewire your brain. That's basically what this is. Now, if you're gonna copy my steps, they may not work for you. They may not work for me either, but it's just basically about modifying it as we go. This whole experiment is to figure out how I can rewire my brain to be less doubtful of myself, or to be more comfortable pushing myself past my self-doubt and having that confidence in myself that I know I can have. It looks so white compared to my neck. Now, I am making this video as well as future videos to hold myself accountable, as well as hopefully to help some of you guys. But if you do know any tips, please be sure to leave them in the comments below, as that might be able to help somebody out, or that might be able to help me modify my own rules. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video and it maybe helped you out even just a little bit, please be sure to hit that like button because it really does support my channel, and I will see you guys next time.